All right, let me cut it here. Let me say a special good evening, a special greetings and welcome to all of you already here, logged into that space, that social media space on my platform, Lofty Dura. It's always a pleasure to have you guys each and every time whenever I bring you matters of importance. Yes, this evening, let me just get straight to it. We're going to have a very, should I say, candid / emotional discussion, as it were, with one young lady that you already seen here in the frame. She'll tell you her name in just a while, to tell you her story. And yes, you heard me right, it is her story. There's something that she wants you to know. There's something that she wants the world to know. She had thought about it very, very hard and decided to come forward. And so I want to thank her for, having the courage, having the bravery, as it were, to come and speak her mind, especially what is on her mind at this time. Well, you know how I drop it. I always speak the truth, and I always try to extract the facts and or the truth out of every and any situation. And so tonight's situation is no other. We're going to try to do just that. But just before I go there, though, in terms of starting that all-important discussion with this young lady, let me just say straight off the bat, in terms of a disclaimer, that the views and or sentiments expressed during the discussion are those of this young lady. Her name is Miss Kitwani Morgan, and therefore yours truly, that is Loftus Dura. I will be in no way, shape or form accepting any liability or responsibility as it pertains to the words therein. All right? In addition, our conversation here is placed on the public record so as to help bring an amicable solution. Yes, you heard me right. To help bring an amicable solution to a long outstanding dispute between this young lady and a neighbor of hers in the Warner area. And so in that process, may the facts be brought to light. And if you know me well, wherever the facts drop, then the facts have to drop. Finally, I will be giving the party or parties, names who may be mentioned here this afternoon, or persons who may be referred to in that conversation this afternoon, an equal opportunity likewise on my platform so that they can respond to that situation if they so desire. All right, folks, so with having said all that, though, I want to now move across, as it were, and say a special good afternoon to Miss Kitwani Morgan. Miss Kitwani, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm alive.
You take a deep breath, that's good. You're exhaling.
I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful to be alive today.
Yes.
I'm just thankful for life. That's all. I'm thankful for life. And I'm thankful that God has a hand on my life and He doesn't take it off.
Yeah, let me just, yes. You say you're thankful for life.
Very, very much thankful for life. I woke up this morning with a new appreciation for life. We can be here today and gone tomorrow in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thankful for life. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm just thankful for life, that I get to go home to my children, to my family, to my loved ones. I am just so thankful for life. Apart from being thankful, I'm a mixture of angry, disappointed, sad, hurt. It's just an array of emotions that is hard to put into words or put into, even put into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I am originally from the village of Black Lane. However, I've lived in Warner for the last 23 years. I am married in Warner. I have lived in Warner. I have 2 children, 2 daughters. In 2009, my husband and I constructed our home in an area of Warner referred to as Allenwood. We've lived there since. We were actually the first inhabitants there. We lived there when they had no electricity, no internet, we just water we had. We lived there for quite some time like that until the utilities became available. A few years after we had moved in, I had a neighbor who moved in who constructed as well. We got along just fine, hi, hello, not really friends, but just hi, hello. In 2017, after Maria, I must say I'm a farmer. I'm a medium-scale farmer. Farming is one of my greatest loves.
Okay.
I had some, Maria wiped up almost everything. And I had some sweet potatoes and I think some sorrel left on a plot of land that belonged to my sister-in-law. So her house was not constructed as yet, so I was farming on that plot of land.
Okay.
I noticed that my neighbor's goats were eating the sweet potatoes. And we had long talks before, and I asked him on several occasions to tie his goats. And somebody else said to him, tie your goats. He said to me, I said to him, your goats are damaging my plants. He said, well, they're damaging my plants as well. So I never, even before Hurricane Maria, there was always an issue with him not tying his goats.
Okay.
So after Hurricane Maria, I had a 10-month-old baby. Food was in low, food was scarce. And I saw about 15 goats damaging my sweet potatoes. So I started throwing rocks at them. Then one day our eyes met and I said to him, my brother, your goat's damaging me, you know. He said to me, oh, when your food finished, what meat you going to eat? If it's not goat meat you're going to eat. So I said to him, I don't eat meat as a matter of fact. What I eat, the goats are damaging what I eat. The man told me he's a bad man. And if I tell him about goats again, he's going to hurt me. He then proceeded to shout my husband's name, saying that I'm going to hurt your wife if you tell me about goats again. Anyways, that passed. I didn't make a report at the time because we were, after Hurricane Maria, nothing was functioning normally. Fast forward to, I would like to say 2019. Mm-hmm. He, as well as his girlfriend, started. It's like a campaign to berate me, to abuse me verbally, to abuse me physically, to abuse me in every way possible. I would get random, nasty words, salop, nasty, just the most despicable things that you can think about. Mm-hmm. At first when it started, I was much younger then too. I would answer. And then upon getting advice from friends and family, it's been about 2 to 3 years that I don't respond. I just don't respond. I ignore it.
Okay.
In 2021, there was an issue with the goats again. I have a three-story house. And the goats were climbing the steps to go all the way downstairs and defecate in the yard and on the porch of the apartment downstairs. So, remember in our conversation during post-Maria, I went to the police and I said to them, we've had this interaction before. I cannot ask him to tie his goats. Can you please assist me to ask him to tie his goats? The police responded. I believe it was a Wednesday when the police responded. That was the Wednesday before Good Friday. The Thursday morning before Good Friday, Holy Thursday, I heard a vehicle stop in front of my driveway. When I looked up, his girlfriend was driving one bus. She stopped, she shouted my name. I'm going to kill you, I'm going to stab you. When she drove up, he drove up, parked in front of my driveway for another bus, shouted similar sentiments. Both of them shouted my name. That day, we were in a clinic in La Plaine, so I could not go in person to the police station. I called him at home police station, I explained to him I could not come in, but this is my situation, I was threatened by my neighbors, I would like them to speak to them. Yeah. The police came on Good Friday. They spoke with them after the police left, the usual berating, the usual make way, the usual. It's something I've become quite accustomed to over the years. On Saturday morning, that was I think the 4th of April, before Easter Sunday, I woke up and all of the landscaping at the top of my driveway was destroyed. Anybody who knows me knows my love for flowers. It was totally destroyed. So we had a few back and forth of words. I went to the Maho police station, I made a report. The police said to me, I didn't see them do it, I can't say it's them. It was left at that. After the police left, the girl walked across and threw some stones into my yard. I called the Maho police. I called my husband who was in Maho at the time. He went to the Maho police station, he made a report. Mm-hmm. The police said they would respond. By the time the police had responded, she had piled a whole pile of stones in my driveway. Mark you, our house is about 150 feet apart. We're not boundarying. We cross the main road. We have nowhere where we boundary.
Okay.
We don't have any reason to interact. They go into their driveway, I go to my driveway. When my husband came home, we were waiting the police on our driveway. These people ran across and started an assault of souls. My 3-year-old daughter at the time was running up the driveway towards us. Thankfully, we had a family friend who was there, and he grabbed her, he ran inside with her. He even sustained a blow to his shoulder from a stool while saving my daughter. The police showed up while everything was going on. They had to burst a few shots in the air. The situation calmed down. Both my husband and my neighbor were arrested. We went to court. The matter is before the court. Even with the court proceedings, in 3 years since we go to court, constant adjournments, we go to court in St. Joseph. Outside the court, in full view of police officers, in full view of everybody, these people will berate me, they will say nasty things, they will provoke me, they will do things just to get at me. I have tried my best, like I said, for the past 3 years or so. I have been I'm almost proud of myself to the level I have gotten that it has not been bothering me as much. For me, my back is large, I can take anything, but I have 2 small children who are vulnerable, who are very bright, who pick up things very quickly.
Okay. Well, what are the ages now?
My first daughter is 7, and my second daughter is 1 year and 10 months.
Okay.
Imagine taking your children, there's some activity in town that you want to take your children to, and you dress them, and you prepare yourself, and you walk in question, one on each hand, and somebody meets you and tells you nasty things in front of your children. My bigger daughter, she's at the point where she says, "Mommy, they're just bullies." That's what they are, they're just bullies. This continued for quite some time. Now, I'm somebody who likes to speak the truth. About 4 months ago, they unleashed an attack of words on me, and I got it on the video. I took it to the Mahu police. Based on the evidence I had on video, they had a very serious talk with them. I would give Jack his jacket and Jacqueline her lipstick. The guy stopped harassing me. It's been about 3 months that I have not had anything from him.
Okay.
And he would normally be a person that he would see me once he see me shot something nasty, the most nasty things that you can think, the fluids that come from my body, the most nasty, nasty, nasty things. So he stopped, but she never stopped. She continued, no matter where she would meet me, she continued. We went to court on the 21st of March. I was sitting outside the court, and she passed me and she said, "Slut." The only day was sitting next to me, she said, "Kitwani, you have patience. I don't have patience like you, but I know the life I've lived. I know where I've come from. I know what I've been through. I've had a very, very, very rough life. And notwithstanding what I've been through, I know what I've achieved. And I know what I'm fighting for, what I'm working for. I know the plans that I have. I would hate to lose my patience today and destroy everything that I've worked for." On yesterday morning, my vehicle was packed in.
Okay, just before you get to yesterday morning, which sort of boiled over, as it were, can you think, Miss Morgan, of anything other than the goat situation that may have caused that kind of problem to ensue between you guys?
We've never been friends. Hi, hello. We've never crossed on any social level that we've had any interaction. I have never pulled out grass from his yard or cut a branch because we don't boundary. The only thing that I can recall is the goats. As a matter of fact, when I asked him to tie the goats, when he started his tirade, he said, "I'm not tying them on your bed, they have to shit for you. I'm not tying them, I'm not tying goats. I'm not going to tie them, they have to shit on your bed." I have gone, and in April of 2021, when they attacked us, my husband suffered 2 fractured ribs. The man wasn't able to cough and move for about 3 months with 2 fractured ribs. I have gone to almost every family member of this guy. He has a brother who I speak with very well. On numerous occasions, brother has spoken to him to ask him to leave me alone. His brother's comments to me were, I just don't know what he have with you. The more we speak to him, is the more he doesn't listen. I have spoken to, besides parents, have sat him down and spoken to him to ask him to leave me alone. He just does not leave me alone. Yesterday morning, my vehicle was parked in a road close to my home. I wasn't parked on my driveway because I have an incline. My transmission was giving me a bit of issue, so I didn't want to have a difficult time driving up my driveway. So I walked up to my vehicle. While I was entering my vehicle, the young lady passed with a bus, the usual salop. I normally don't answer, but the Monday night I had spent up to 3 a.m. in casualty with my baby who wasn't well. I hadn't slept, I was frustrated, and it just got the best of me. I said to her, go fuck yourself. She left, she drove off. She came back, she turned on the highway, came back into our road. Our road, there's about at least 150 feet distance from the highway to our road.
Okay.
She turned and she came back, she parked her vehicle, the bus in front of my vehicle. So I came out and asked, what you trying? I want to watch what you let me move, what you trying? We had a back and forth for about 3 to 5 minutes. We had a back and forth. She drove off. I continued my journey, I was going to work. When I was just approaching the Warner Hill, I noticed that they were in my mirror. So I mentioned to the person who was driving me at the time that be careful because they are on our tails. They almost ran us over. We almost bounced, as a matter of fact. He pulled over and he let them pass. When they passed, she shouted from the passenger side, "Stand up, we're going to kill you." They had I would say it's a child because the hand was small, on the back seat of the bus, waving a cutlass. I continued driving. That for me, I've become so accustomed to these people that girl will meet me in traffic. That girl will meet me anywhere. She doesn't respect place, time, person. I'm shopping in a supermarket, that girl will see me, tell me anything, the nastiest of things. I try not to answer. I try my best not to answer. But people like that, when you don't answer, it makes it even worse. It's like it makes their blood boil even more. So we continue driving. When we got to Maho.
Okay, let me just interject there 1 minute, right? Because I want that discussion to flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday morning, when things sort of boiled over, as I said before, you said about whose vehicle was blocking who at that time?
She was blocking my vehicle. I was off the highway, off our main road, in a connecting road that leads to somebody's home.
Uh-huh.
And she was passing in front of the highway, in front of the water tank.
Uh-huh.
She parked the vehicle in front of the road where I was. I could not move. So I then got out of my vehicle and asked, what you trying? So we had a back and forth for about 3 to 5 minutes. It wasn't that long. The usual back and forth, usual the usual.
Yes.
I'm accustomed to that by now. That's like drinking a glass of water for me these days.
Mm-hmm.
So when it boiled over, then she drove off, going on to their house. I continued going to work. I went on my way. So like I said, when we got toward the Warner Hill, they overtook us, almost bouncing us. We let them pass, and we continued our journey. When I got to Maho, for some reason, I know, I have angels looking over me. I have people who pray for me. I have a mother who prays, who goes on her knees, and I'm so thankful for her. When I got to Maho, something just said to me, look to your left. There's a lane on the side of, it's almost like on the side of the lab, Girls Restaurant. That road leads to, going towards the packets and them at the back there.
Okay, where they sell cylinders.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked to my left, I saw his bus parked in the intersection, that little lane.
Okay.
As soon as he saw me, he came onto the highway and he blocked the traffic on the left-hand side, effectively unable us to pass. He then got out of the vehicle. He had 2 heavy hammers. Heavy hammers, it's something like a sledgehammer, but it's the one that they hold in their hand. It doesn't have a long handle. When I noticed that, I motioned to The driver would already noticed, and he put up my glass on my side. On my side came his little boy. He's about 11 or 12 years old, with a cutlass, banging on my glass. He then took that sledgehammer, he threw it at my windscreen. He threw something else at my bonnet, then he bent down to pick up everything, pick up what he was throwing. I asked the person driving to ram him, squeeze him on the wall, just squeeze him. He said to me, Kitty, no, I can reverse. I said, you sure you can reverse? He said, Kitty, I can reverse. He picked up the heavy hammer again, he threw it another time at my windscreen. The guy put the vehicle into reverse, and we proceeded to reverse all while he was pursuing us, throwing the stuff at the vehicle again. Quite a few bus drivers made space for us to pass. I saw yesterday humanity on a different level.
And around what time of day that was?
Just about after 8. I was late yesterday morning to work because my daughter was sick the night before. I was in casualty the whole night up to 3 a.m. So I would normally be at work by that time, but it was about, let's say, 10 past 8, quarter past 8, 20 past 8, about there. We proceeded to reverse all the while he was on foot pursuing us. The traffic was at a standstill. Got to this point where there was this big truck blocking the road. And then luckily there was a guy of Spanish descent. I got out and I ran to him and I spoke to him in Spanish. I said to him, help me, move the truck, let me pass. He got out, he moved the vehicles, he moved the truck, and there was a bus driver from Central, Sky. Sky helped me very, very, very well to give me space to pass. We reversed all the way to Magic Mat. We turned there and then we continued up to Warner. My first instinct was to go to the police station. But I said, if he blocked me in this road, he's from Mahu. All the roads connect. So I chose not to go to the police station. I get straight to Warner. I got to Warner. I called the police. Yesterday, if I was driving, I would have died. I am certain if I was driving, I would have died. But somehow, God always He sends the right people at the right time in my life. Me being here today is a plea for help, a plea to avoid this thing getting worse than it already is, a plea to ask the relevant authorities to do something. I have made, I don't know how many police reports, I'm sure more than 40 at the Mount Police Station. I have gone up to headquarters at least 10 times making reports, because every time she tells me something in Roseau, I go which police station that corresponds, I go to Roseau. I have gone as far as going to Inspector Moise about it. And coincidentally, when I was going to CID yesterday to photograph my vehicle, I met her and I said, Inspector Moise, I asked for you all to help me. I begged you all for help, and look at the point that this is getting. I am at the point where the only thing that the guy keeps saying that he's going to kill me, I have to kill her, I have to kill Mamselle. I'm at the point where I want to know, what have I done to you? What have I in my entire life done to you? Besides plant vegetables, give my husband to bring 2 cabbage for you. Plant whatever, send to cucumber, whatever for you. What have I done to you besides ask you to tie your boots? What have I done to you to warrant those customary attacks? Mm-hmm. What have I done to you? I'd love you to tell me what is inside of your heart that you hate me so much. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like the way I live my life. Everybody dances to their own drum. But you have to respect my rights to live peacefully. You know what it is for somebody to stand up on a Sunday on their porch and shout your husband's name? Your wife is sat up at the top of her lungs, and instead of the man of the house condemning what she's doing, he giving me more maple than she giving me. When she wouldn't tell me certain nasty things, he'll tell them to me. When the man of the house, instead of asking her to stop what she's doing, he joins her. I am at the point where I have had enough. Yesterday was the last straw. It will not happen again. I can guarantee it will not happen again. And in the event, by some aberration of nature, it occurs again, the results will not be the same. It will not. This is the second time there's an attempt on my life. The second time there's an attempt on my life. And I had to go home last night knowing that the man is inside of his house. knowing that any moment they can ambush me in the road. But I can guarantee, the powers that be, I can guarantee it will not be a Daniel and Dominic. It will not be like that. It will not be like that. And the next time that there is that type of interaction, it will be a very different song. I am asking, I am pleading. At this point, I am begging. I don't have to go on my knees and light a candle. I am begging for somebody, somewhere, somehow, to help me. And we're at the point where it past speaking, it past talking sense to somebody. You cannot talk sense into people with no brain. You cannot. You cannot put sense into somebody who does not have a functional brain. But there must be somebody who can reach out to him and just ask him just to leave me alone. All I want, you don't have to greet me, you don't have to like me, but just have nothing to say to me. Allow me to leave. Maybe if he said would understand and know the type of things that I've been through in my life, he would leave me alone. I'm not somebody to prick, because I will take until I cannot take again. And when I cannot take again, I will deal with the consequences afterwards. If I was driving yesterday, I would die. I would have died because I would not have known what to do. I would have died, or he would have died, because I would have rammed him on a wall. And I would have reversed, and I would do it as many times until I got him to stop. I am asking, I am pleading, please, the police in Dominica respond, drugs and a dead body. Unless it's not that, those two these, drugs and a dead body. I have been making reports. The police seem to be more the guy's friends than anything. I'm a woman, I'm not a man. I'm a woman. What could I have possibly done to you as a woman that you feel that you want to attack me so many times? What have I done to you? You don't respect the law. You don't respect court. We have a current court case going on, as a matter of fact, for you attacking me in my home. I have to leave my home. What if my children were my people? It would have ended differently yesterday. I don't want to take anybody's life. This is not my intention. I will not. I will say I will not do it. But there comes a time in every man's life when it's between you and I will choose myself. I am tired. I am frustrated. I have had enough. I have had enough. I am not taking that one more drop. My cup is my cup is filled and it's overflowing. Right now my cup is inside. The water is inside of my saucer. It's no longer in my cup. I have had enough. I need somebody to do something, because the next time, and sometimes he might approach me innocently, and because of what has gone down, it will not end the same. I'm asking for the relevant authorities to help me to feel a sense of peace and a sense of that the law is there to protect us. Police officers are supposed to be mediators. Before things get to that level, there are things that they can do to stop it. When a man comes into your home, attacks you, injures you, you all have a court case going, and you were making so many reports that the man is still verbally abusing you, the man is still verbally abusing you. The police do nothing. Oh, I can't do anything about it, go to the High Court. Why should I have to go to the High Court to get someone to leave me alone? It is my right as a Dominican. I came back here, I chose to stay here. I didn't have to stay, I chose to stay here. It's my right as a Dominican to live in peace, to not have anybody harassing me. And I'm at the point where I will not take anymore, and I'm not taking anymore. I refuse to take anymore. 7 years, every spell breaks after 7 years. This spell has to break. Whatever, it's like it's an obsession. It's like I'll go into my yard. Once the man see me in my yard, some nastiness. I've effectively blocked off my whole yard with concrete so I can't see the man, And the man cannot see me, I cannot walk on the road. I was walking up on the road the other day, going to the shop. The man is all the way below. As soon as he see me, you're educated whore. I didn't answer him. Every day it's something. And there are days that people go through so much. You might catch me on a day when I've had enough and I don't know how to handle it. I am asking, I am pleading, I am begging at this point. I am begging for help. I do not want to be law into my hands. Every time we go to court, after they adjourn the case, I make sure I speak to the magistrate. I ask the magistrate if I can speak to them. And I have several magistrates have mentioned to them the harassment is still ongoing. I would like it to stop. I even mentioned to a magistrate one time that I'm asking them to prevent a heinous crime. This thing is getting out of hand, and I can guarantee I will be the last man standing, because I have had enough. I have had enough. I need somebody to speak to these people. Now for the last, like I said, 4 months, he wasn't troubling me at all. I was even proud of him as a matter of fact. I was saying, yes, like he must be getting some sense, large many ways on, getting a little bit older. But she is incessant. She does not stop. That girl does not stop. That girl has had me on so many occasions when I wanted to do things that I just had to just calm myself down. I need somebody to help me at this point. I need somebody to help me before it gets to the point where gentle rest and flowers will be involved, because I have had enough. That is the second attempt on my life. That is the second attempt. He wasn't trying to mash up my head that time. He was trying to kill me. His whole objective. And every time he speaks to people, he tells people, I have to kill myself. I have to kill myself. What have I done to you? Everybody around me trying to get you to leave me alone. What have I done to you? I'm just at the point where I'm fed up. I have had enough. And I'm not taking one more drop. Not one more drop.
Miss Morgan, thank you very much. So I have some questions coming your way in a bit. But let me just show the viewers the vehicle, your vehicle in question, and the damage that was caused to it yesterday. Okay, so folks, that is the vehicle of the young lady having that discussion with me here. Okay, and you can clearly see that the windscreen is damaged, and she's saying that that damage was as a result of that's a more close-up view. Okay, that damage was caused yesterday in Maho at about 8:15, thereabout in the morning.
If I could show as well.
Rush hour when everybody was going to work.
If I could show these as well.
You could go right ahead.
These are injuries my husband sustained from the first attack, when we were attacked with stones. This is what he sustained. 2 fractured ribs. There's a hematomas under the skin, blood under the skin. 3 years ago, April, 3 years exactly, 4th of April to be exact. That's the injuries that he suffered. The attacks are not just verbal or emotional abuse, it's physical as well.
Okay.
If you can take I'm a woman, I'm not a man. You can take a sledgehammer to me, but you can't do the sledgehammer. What construction you doing at the moment? And not just that. If we had an interaction or a quarrel or anything, you went ahead of me. You waited for me. You premeditated. You went to get what you had to get from me. You waited for me. Not only did you wait for me, you chose the most busy place of Maho to make sure that I had no escape. But God is greater than man. God is greater than man. At this point, maybe even a priest or a pastor, because that is obsession. That is something that is like you eat, sleep, breathe me, love me, leave me alone, just leave me be. Live your life and I live mine. I don't say anything to you, I don't do anything to you. Just please, leave me alone. Anybody over the last 7 years who knows me, knows what I've been going through with these people. And everybody says, Kitty, ignore. Everybody has a limit. Everybody has a limit. And I've been taking and I'm at my limit. I've passed my limit as a matter of fact. Yesterday is the straw that broke the camel's back. Going forward is not going to be the same. It will not be the same going forward.
Hence you're reaching out to...
I'm asking for somebody to help. Before it gets to the point where all of us have to say, how sad, please, somebody help me.
Okay.
Because it will happen again. He does not stop. It will happen again. Once, even me making and whatnot, I asked him, what you can do with me? The guy stopped. He looked at me. He dropped his shoulder. He said, girl, I try with you, but you're evil. All but I try not to work you. That's the point that we're at. The man will tell me constantly, you have to destroy me. Destroy me for what? What have I done to you? What have I done to you? What have I ever in my lifetime done to you? We've never had any reason to have any problem besides telling you to sell your goods.
What did he say to you, evil?
He said to me, I asked him, what you can do with me? Like, you know, in Mepui, what you can do with me? While he was giving me Mepui. He stopped, calm, dropped his shoulder and said, girl, I try with you, but you're evil, or but I try not to work you. If you keep trying with me and you keep trying with me, and it's not working, it can't be that I'm evil. In January of 2020, my husband and I separated for about 10 months. At that time, I was with somebody else. My life is an open book. There's nothing that I have done that I'm ashamed of. It's either you learn from it, you learn a lesson, or you get a blessing. This man took my picture and put on his Facebook. Somebody commented, "Who's that beautiful woman?" His answer was, "Oh, sir, I love that little husband." That afternoon, I'd gotten to the point where the harassment was so constant. If I wanted to find him, I knew where to find him. That I was been harassed so much that I made it my business to know about him. I went into a Chinese store. I picked up something, I wouldn't say what, I paid for it. On the corner of, I think that's Great Marlborough Street, coming from National Bank. Little Scotia, I think that's Great Marlborough Street still. No, that is Hillsborough Street.
Hillsborough Street.
On the corner then, in the section by All Saints. I was in 2020. When somebody sent me the picture, I called him and I said to him, "But why you have my picture on your Facebook?" "Oh, you're sad up, you're nasty," hang up his phone on me. I saw him standing on the intersection he was doing right away at the time. I walked across with my intention, I knew what I was going to do. When I got to him, I couldn't do it. I said, "How are you? You okay?" He was so shocked, he was stunned, frightened. "Oh my God, I good. A little later, I went to pick up my daughter at preschool and I met his brother. And I showed his brother the picture. I said, "Look what your brother is doing to me. Why?" His brother said to me, "Boy, Kitty, we can't talk to Mr. Everybody talking to Mr. But I don't know what is Mr. problem." Anyways, he said me, "I'll make him take it out." The very same day, his brother, he took up the photo on Facebook. I want to say, why do you have to go to that length? That length that you have to go to do these malicious things to me? I don't do anything to you. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a violent person. I'm not a person who gets angry. I always have a smile, as a matter of fact. If I'm not smiling, maybe I cry, but I know a person who gets angry, I know somebody that you'll never hear things about in terms of, in a negative light, in terms of fighting or anything like that. That's not my style. I was raised better than that. At this point, I just need help. I need him to leave me alone, but even more than him, I need her to leave me alone. I'm asking and I'm pleading for help. I am not going to ignore anymore. I want nobody to tell me to ignore because I've been ignoring for 7 years. And when you ignore, they don't get a response, they amp up the antes, they try to do more things to get you. I have had enough. I'll be driving in traffic and sometimes we call in traffic. And I go shout nasty things to me in traffic. I've had how many bad people on my vehicle. I give people a ride when I come down from Warner. And I stop in traffic and she shout nasty things. I have so many people who's witnessed those things. And I feel like, in my opinion, the police is doing nothing. It's like, "Oh, what you want me to do about it?" Do what the law says you can do about it. Provocation is against the law. And I would hate for the day that we come to a standstill again, for it to end in a different manner. Yesterday, I spared his life. Yesterday, his life was spared. Because when he bent down, he was supposed to reach by the Maho market. But his life was spared. I still spare you, brother. I still spare you, brother. I still spare you, brother. Give me a break in my life, please.
All right, Miss Morgan, so far, very, very touching story from you. And again, I want to thank you. There are many persons on the live feed saying their piece as well. But every time I get a story, like you called me yesterday and gave me your story, it is my duty as a reporter, that is an investigative one, to get the other side or the sides of the story. And so in troubleshooting what you told me, I'm going to ask you some very direct questions, and your answer, that is your answer.
The truth is the truth. The truth doesn't hide.
Yesterday morning, there's the allegation that at Warner, you sort of clarified it already, but just to go back there, your vehicle was the one causing the obstruction.
That's not true.
And also, there was somebody holding a cutlass under the neck of the gentleman that you're describing, he and his girlfriend in question.
He and his girlfriend. He was nowhere to be seen. He wasn't there.
No, I'm saying the allegation is there was a cutlass that was held at the son's neck.
Let me answer.
Did you or anybody hold a cutlass to the son's neck?
Let me answer it this way.
Yes.
Our interaction lasted 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
She was sitting in the bus and I was standing outside. Any right-thinking person, especially a mother, you are driving. Somebody has a cutlass to your child's neck. Do you say that you're going to make plea or do you drive off? Let's be real. A cutlass under your child's neck, you are driving downhill. You don't make a way together. You still stay there for almost 5 minutes, back and forth with the person who has the cutlass. Does that make sense? At no point in time you screamed, you said anything. All you were concerned about is just make way. No point in time you felt that you had to drive off because your child's life was in danger. Yesterday, what I did yesterday when I was attacked, I ran. I could have gone forward. I went back, we reversed. Why would you have stayed there for almost 5 minutes in a quarrel if somebody was a cutlass to your child's neck? Make it make sense. Okay. Let's make it make sense. I would have run. I would have driven off so quickly. Yeah. I mean, my head would have hit the windscreen. Yeah. Why would I put a cutlass on a child's neck? Why? I know the trauma that my child suffered from the incident. My daughter cannot sleep in her room by herself at all. Every night my children sleep on my bed. Because before, when we had the incident in 2021, the stones hit the wall in her window. From that, she just doesn't sleep in her room. For her to sleep in her room, one of us has to sleep with her. So I know the impact of why would I want to do that to your children? And then you say that I had a cutlass on a juvenile's neck. That same juvenile was banging on my glass with a cutlass in Mahu. Make it make sense. Wouldn't he be afraid of me? Yesterday I was at the police station, the child saw me. He had no fear, no apprehension. Wouldn't you be afraid of me if I had a cutlass on? Why would I? Why? And you can ask anybody what me. Who would ever tell you that I put cutlass on anybody? That's a class lower than who I am. Yeah, okay. That is not me. That cannot never ever be me. Why would I? And even if I did, which I did not, why would you sit there in your vehicle and not drive away? You would continue to engage me back and forth in make way, and you're not driving away. You on the right side, your child is on the left side, on the left side, you're not driving away. You're sitting there watching me for cutlass on your child neck. I, being a mother, would drive away as fast as possible. Yeah. Why would you stay there? Why would you even see somebody's vehicle park and block it in the first place? Why would you even have to do that? Why would you even say what you said? You left, you turned and you came back inside of the road. What you came back for? Your children already dressed in their uniform for school. The interaction we had made her come back for more. She parked in front of my vehicle. Why would I put a cutlass to your child's neck? Anybody who knows me knows that's not my MO, that's not the type of person that I am. That can never be me. If anything, I help people more than I hurt them. I try my best not to do. I believe in karma. So I try my best to live my life in a way that I don't hurt people, do things to people, or do malicious things to people. So on the cutlass story, that just ludicrous. So
now you know your driver at the time. Okay.
No.
Do you remember if there were any eyewitnesses around?
There was nobody. Nobody was there. Nobody. 3 of us actually were there. Where the distance is near the water tank, it's about, I want to say 150 feet from both of our homes. Okay. There's an abandoned house and there's an empty lot. So there are no houses there, nobody saw. It's just us who saw what happened. Nobody else saw. So look at it. If anybody else saw, you see me holding a cutlass to your girlfriend, like you're not coming to her defense. You stay from a distance and watch it. Does that make sense? That cannot make any sense. You're sitting in a vehicle with your children, somebody have a cutlass, you're not driving away. You're not driving away. You attacked me from the moment you started attacking me, I got away from you. I'm at the point where I am tired. And sometimes I want to say, he's not the problem, but she starts it and he revs it up. So she normally starts it, and instead of he asking her to stop, he will join her. I will never understand. Sometimes when I used to answer, my husband tell me, he tell you that alone, don't answer. A man's supposed to be able to tell his partner when they're going wrong, when they're doing things that are not the best things to do. A man who calls himself a man cannot help his woman till somebody make way. All where you see somebody's make way, and I'm not the only person going for that man. People know who he is. People know what he does to people. Everybody have a story about these people. Everybody can give you, if not their personal story, somebody that they know has had a story with them. Because he feels it's the biggest and the baddest thing on the block. But small acts has got big tree.
Any point in that whole fiasco, based on your memory, have you or anybody close to you, your husband, your driver yesterday, anybody threatened his life, his girlfriend's life, or his family's children life any time?
Why would I threaten children's lives? Why would I threaten your life? It's been 3 years I'm not answering you. You're saying everything I'm not answering. I slept yesterday because I was under duress. Like I said, I didn't sleep. My child is sick. So I slept yesterday. It got the better of me. But that is not who I am. Anybody who knows me know I don't answer. That's not the kind of person that I am. After I come from work in the morning, before I go to work, I go to my farm. I transplant, I water. I go to my home, I get dressed to go work. I come from work, I go directly to my farm. When I leave my farm, it's almost 6, 7 o'clock in the night. I leave early, I come back late. What time do I have to interact with you? When I come home, most times, especially when I'm on my farm, it's just to sleep. Sleep, put my children to bed, do what I do. My whole yard is blocked up with the intention, 1, to not see you, and 2, if you attack me again, this time I'm prepared. This time I have covering that I have, almost like a bunker is what I have built, effectively, to make sure that when I am attacked again, because I know it will not stop. Unless something happens, it will not stop. And I'm at the point where I've had enough. I am not going for more. If a lot of the situations, if he would just say to her when she starts, calm down, cool down, they don't escalate. But he escalates it. He, more make is than a woman. He will tell me more nasty things than she will even tell me. When she wouldn't tell me sometimes, if she passed me straight sometimes, he will tell me. And it's a thing like, I don't know if they use that to bond with each other. It's something that their hatred for me, that it is a bonding agent for them. But I cannot understand how a man, instead of condemning what your lady is doing, my brother, you're helping her. You're not telling her to stop. I'm not the only person that she has problem. I'm not the only person that you have problem with. Even I wasn't isolated this case, I can understand, just me. But everybody has a story. Everybody has something they can tell you in regards to these people. They feel they can do what they want, when they want, how they want, but it stops here.
So what you're saying, Miss Morgan, if I come to Warner in the general neighborhood, I should be able to get an account or more, or 1 or 2 accounts of that kind of harassing behavior.
And it's not just in the neighborhood, in Warner itself. There's nobody in Warner who does not know. And people tell me, why do they have patience? But it took me a long time. But I didn't give life. Why would I want to take it?
Yeah.
If I have no choice, it's you or me. That's a different story. But I didn't give you life. I am somebody who, I know what hard time is. I know what is the struggle. I have been through. Like I said, I've been through a lot. From age of 14, I'm on my own. And notwithstanding being on my own from age of 14, I have achieved things that people who raise in good homes and who raise with mommy and daddy didn't achieve. I know what I'm about. I know the goals that I have. I am somebody I'm ambitious. I like to try things. I don't work, I try something else. I'm somebody, I don't have the time for drama then, in other words. Most times I get home from my farm, I take off my boots, I sit on my recliner, that's where I stay till the morning. I'm not somebody who has time to be, neither do I have a desire to be in that back and forth. All I'm asking for, and all I've been asking for the last 7 years, is to be left alone.
So in all this merry-go-round, as it were, I got the impression that the police, they're not doing much. Has this guy ever been arrested?
For his first incident, yes. The night both he and my husband were arrested, and I think it was to keep the place calm. I think they spent 2 nights in the cell. Okay. As to this one there, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. And I'll make a statement with no apologies. Dominica haven't got police. Dominica haven't got police. That's not police. We pay them, but that's not police. The police job is to mediate, be peacekeepers. Before a situation gets to boil over, the police is supposed to be able to deal with it. There are mechanisms within the law to deal with every single thing in Dominica, every single crime, every single offense. Provocations against the law. I have made various reports, many times, and nobody does anything. Nobody does anything. We don't have police in Dominica. With no apologies, we don't have police in Dominica. And police is who they like and who are their friends. If it's a particular friend of theirs, forget about justice. We don't have justice and we don't have a police. We don't have police in Dominica. No, we don't have police. At all. We don't have police. We don't.
Miss Morgan, as I said,
not working for the people at all.
As I said to you, Miss Morgan, this discussion here is all about trying to bring some kind of amicable solution to the problem that you spoke to me about,
and all I want.
And you're telling the world about.
You don't have to greet me, you don't have to like me. You don't have to tolerate me, but you have to respect me. Respect my space, respect my rights to enjoy my home and the streets of one or wherever you're with me, like anybody else. You don't have to like me. You don't have to be in agreement with how I live my life. That's for me and God at the end of the day. But you have to respect me. You have to leave me alone. All I'm asking for is to be left alone. I'm not somebody that anybody can point and say she's a troublemaker. Nobody can talk about me in terms of being a troublemaker. Nobody.
There's the allegation, and I must put it to you.
Sure.
There's the allegation out there that this feud may be fueled by some sort of witchcraft, some sort of high science, some sort of, something out of this world that is not right, normal. And so hence...
It is not normal. That is not normal. What I saw in that guy's face yesterday, it is not normal.
But that's the allegation against you, I'm telling it to you.
Me?
Yeah.
No, really?
With me doing the background check before you came on, so you hearing all kind of stuff.
I'm using witchcraft for him not to tie his goats.
You hearing? I heard all kind of stuff, so I'm just putting it to you because at the end of the day, it would be remiss of me not to tell you what has been going wrong is you to deny or accept, But there is a talk that you came to destroy his family. You came to destroy him using some other means that are not natural.
Why would I destroy who for what? Why would I destroy you for what?
Hence that back and forth.
How can I come to destroy you when you met me here? You met me there.
Okay.
How did I used to give you ice when you didn't have fridge in your house. You had moved up there. You come ask me for ice. So you were taking my ice and I wasn't which at the time. You were taking my cabbage and my peppers. Why would I destroy you for what? What objective do I have to destroy you? What have you done to me? We've not crossed paths. You're not my favorite person on the earth, but I have nothing against you.
Okay.
Why? So I would use witchcraft to cause him to break my vehicle. Make it make sense. My vehicle that I need to go to my home and to go to work and to carry my children. I'm using witchcraft to allow him to. So I'm allowing him to do me those things. So I am using witchcraft to almost die yesterday. To almost make it make sense and come with something better. Make it make sense. Witchcraft. Sometimes I'll be very honest.
Yes.
A lot of times in this life, we have to realize whatever people throw at you, that's their reality.
Okay.
That's their reality. So if you want to, whoever wants to bring witchcraft into the conversation, that's their reality. Because I personally, I just see it as stupidity, and as a man that cannot tell his woman to stop when she stops, when she starts something. Yesterday, the look I saw on his face is to kill me. I saw something, the look I saw on his face yesterday was, his face wasn't normal, quote unquote.
Yes.
But it could be the anger, the rage inside of him. I had the opportunity to kill you yesterday, brother. You could have been a dead man, brother, both you and your children. And your child that was banging on my window because I had a vehicle against your human body. I did not do anything to you. I ran from you because I don't want your blood on my hands. All I'm asking is to be left alone. You cannot park in a road and wait for me to ambush me like that. You cannot. It's something that you just cannot do. The maple was fine. Not even fine, but the maple is maple. But to get to the point where you want to take my life, no, I'm not taking off one more drop.
Finally, there's the allegation as well that apart from your husband, there's another person, another body, another man that you quote unquote set on them to destroy them, to kill them, to have his way with them.
And they're still alive?
Hence, they are defending themselves.
So why haven't they gone to the police and heard whether I set somebody on you? If I had set somebody on the brother, you'd be dead already. If I had set somebody, why would I set somebody? What do I gain from setting somebody on you? All I am asking for you is to leave me alone. If I want you dead, you'd be dead yesterday, you'd be dead a long time. Why would I want you dead? I didn't give you life. All I'm asking for you is just leave me alone. And you see, when people are cornered and they backed in the corner, they will say anything. They will grasp at straws. So whatever allegations can come, when I was coming here, I knew the backlash. They will be good and they will be bad. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is the truth.
True.
And I know what the truth is. I know what you cannot have an allegation that I had a cutlass. Why did you stay in your vehicle? You didn't drive off. You stood there for about 5 minutes back and forth with me. You were not afraid for your child's life.
You never damage his bus or his girlfriend's bus in the process, no time at all?
Where, when, how, with what?
Yesterday or any time before?
Before, no at all, at all. The only interaction I've had with these people is asking to tie his goats, the maple I get from them, and when they attacked us in our home. Everybody who knows us around my whole one area, everybody knows the story. And everybody has one opinion. Mr. Obsessed with you. All I want is just leave me alone, brother. I don't tell you. I know somebody to make people and for me, but that's not my style. Like, I try my best not to be that type of person. I'm raising little girls. And one of the things I would hate for my little girls to be made prison.
Yeah.
My children, I have my 8-year-old, you speak with her, she'll leave you lost. I raise my children properly. I don't exhibit behaviors to them that I don't want them to manifest later on. So I mean, allegations will come. It's okay. It's okay. People have to say things to defend themselves. But the fact remains that everybody who knows me, or everybody who knows the situation knows for the last 7 years that I have been persecuted by these people. And everybody tells me, hold strong, don't answer, ignore. But everything has its limits.
True.
And I'm at my limits. And yesterday I had the perfect opportunity. If I wanted to do anything to you, I could have done it. Because my vehicle is much bigger than your body. Your body will not withstand my vehicle. I chose to run from you. I could have ended it yesterday. I could have had it ended yesterday and I chose not to. I didn't give you life. I can't take your life. All I want is just to be left alone. Just leave me alone. I don't know what about me that is so captivating that you just cannot leave me alone. Just leave me be. You see me, even if you see me fall on the road, don't pick me up. Just leave me be. That's all I'm asking. Just leave. And all I've ever asked. Before I went to police, I went to brother, I went to family. They had family meeting with the man. His parents sat and spoke with him, asking to leave me alone. I went all of those channels before it got to that point. And it's getting to a point right now where it's a point of no return. It's a point of no return.
Well, I'm going to ask you a final question.
Sure.
That is on some people's mind. They may choose to ask you, not to ask you, but I think it is my responsibility to ask you as well. Because really and truly, I really want to extract everything in terms of the facts, the truth, that very unfortunate situation. Have that guy ever made a pass at you before, or you had any engagement before to say, have some lovey-dovey words, and you may have disappointed him some point in time, and for some reason, I'm just asking. Because I'm trying to make it make sense, as you said.
That cover not for my bum. I don't put it that way. That cover will never fit on my bum.
Okay.
Earlier on, in the early years, when I didn't have a big closet, I would go on his bus. Man, I was a little thing, but it's not ever somebody I ever even gave attention to because that's not my caliber. That's just not on my level. Nothing more than what normal men would say, but we've never had any interaction or anything to say with God. I don't know the man's phone number, we've never spoken on the phone. Besides when I would take his bus in the early years when we were nice before the good story. Little things that men would tell women, but it's man and woman, you just have to just let things slide sometimes, especially if it's not your cup of tea. But in terms of that, I would no. I don't know what's in his mind. Because sometimes when the monkey can't get the grape, it's sour at the end of the day. But in terms of us having any interaction, besides hi, hello, and the little things that men will tell women, nothing that I consider of importance. To say like we had any type of interaction, no, I cannot say, I wouldn't say that, no.
Ms. Morgan, thank you very much. I want to say at least you said your part. As I said in my preamble, I would also give the party or parties equal time here if they so desire to come and clear the air, as it were, read that dispute, and that invitation is open. Any final thing you want to push out there, say out there before we bring this very interesting conversation, I must say, to a wrap?
All I want to say is after yesterday, leave me alone. Leave me categorically, absolutely, leave me alone. In every way, shape, or form, leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's all I want to say. And for the last 7 years, that's all I've been saying. Leave me alone. Please, brother. Please, from the bottom of my heart, leave me alone. Please, leave me alone. That's all I want to say. But I just want him to just leave me alone.
And you said something to me that is very, it hit me very hard in that you said, Lofty, I've held it too long. I need to say what I need to say, just in case something unfortunate would happen in the future, be to me or him, that at least the public record would be there.
Because after the first attack, I was kind of in a daze for a long time wondering if it really happened. After what happened yesterday, I can guarantee the next encounter, it won't be easy. It won't be easy. It won't go down like that again. It will not go down like that again. You may wait for me to ambush me, but I'll be ready for you. It will not go down like that again. There is nothing you can say that I have done to you for you to have that hatred towards me. You cannot pinpoint and say, I have done anything to you. I would love to know, what have I done to you? What, if you feel like, okay, you feel spiritual, go to a priest, go to a guidance office, go to something and fix your business. But you cannot continue to harass me. You cannot continue to harass me like that. You just cannot. And I will give him a bit of advice. Your woman will sink you. She will cradle you. Because a lot of the things that happen is because of her. She will cradle you. And the day you realize what she's doing to you, what she's doing, it'll be too late. She will cradle you. Because a lot of times, she's the one who gets you involved in those things. You don't start it, she's the one who starts it. And you join her. Instead of standing like a man, you join her like you have a skirt as well. She will cradle you.
All right, well, Dominicans, that is it. Those of you listening in the region, those of you further afield, thank you very much for tuning in for the better part of the hour. The person that you're seeing there, the young lady that you're seeing in the frame now, her name is Miss Morgan, Kitwani Morgan, from the Lapland area originally, she told me, but she lives at Warner and has this long, very long, outstanding dispute with at least one of her neighbor, her family, in terms of a neighbor with a family. I know most of you, if not all of you, would want to know the name and names of that neighbor. We are guided here, that is Miss Morgan and myself, at least to withhold the name or names for now. It is not a matter of, this discussion is not a matter to fuel anything further, but to basically help bring some kind of solution, amicable solution that is, to the matter. And when she reached out to me yesterday, basically in tears, having been attacked in Maho, big broad daylight, as she said, you saw the photos. She said, Lofty, I need to tell my story. I've held it long enough. And so hence she's here this afternoon. You heard it all. And whatever you can do out there to help her in that situation, please do. Also, she mentioned as well the law enforcement, times and times without number, reports were made to you guys. Please, as law enforcement officers, as the law in Dominica, please try to help out in that situation before this thing turns sour or more sour than it is. So, Ms. Morgan, once again, I want to thank you very much and having the courage to speak. At least the tears did not fall down your face, but I know it is in your heart. And so I just want to...
I'm at the point right now, I'm just going to cry again.
You cried already?
At the point where it's just a hole in my heart. It's just a place that's numb. I almost kind of cry again. Because to go from nasty words to a sledgehammer, my brother, a sledgehammer, really? I can't cry again. The tears just, they will not come. I cannot cry again. And I'm not crying not one more tear. For these people, not one more tear. The last tear, when I do cry tears for these people, is when the situation is over. I just asking for whoever can help, please help. This will get to the point where of no return. Please, I'm asking for help. Please, 7 years I've been asking for help. Please help me. Whoever can help me. Ask these people to leave me alone. Please, that's all I'm asking for. To not berate me, to not attack me, to not say nasty things to me. That's all. And I want to say another thing too. We as parents have to watch what we breathe in. Every single altercation, these people have their children involved. The bigger son will show what he have to show. I remember a time when the baby who could barely talk, the little one who could barely talk, you would hear him saying the words that they're saying. Half and half, he cannot even say it. We as parents, we live our life however we choose. That's on us. But when we're raising children, you cannot raise a son to be like you in the future. Because what you are is nothing good. You have to raise children to be different than us. Raise our children to have a better quality of life, not just in terms of material things, but in terms of morals and ethics. And you cannot raise a child and take the child and bring him and block a lady vehicle mango to hit her glass with cutlass. What you raising? What are you raising? What type of children are you raising? Just pray what you're raising doesn't turn on you. Just pray it doesn't turn back on you, because Mama Situe, Papa Situe, we'll hear about it.
All right, Ms. Morgan, it's about an hour. Thank you very much indeed for your
Thank you for having me.
Discussion here. Folks, that is it for me here. Finally, what I want to say, I know in life there's black, there's white, there's up, there's down, there's left, there's right. Some of you, I know some of you may not like what you heard. Some of you may like what you heard. It really doesn't matter to me. What I go after is after the facts, and the facts. And so there is no unwise or stupid question. All right? I know what I know. You may know what you know. All right? But it is all well and good. At the end of the day, we should all live together as one. Love one another. Cherish one another. Be at peace with one another. And so, Ms. Morgan, thank you very, very much. And I wish you all the best. And I hope by exposing your situation that something good comes out of it.
I want to also, let me end with saying thank you to the people in my little circle, people who, no matter what, are there for me, those who prayed for me, because I don't think it's my prayers, I think it's the prayers of my people who have me alive today. I want to say a special thank you, special thank you to I would say my closest friend, who if not for him yesterday, I would have died. I want to thank him for thinking quickly, and I still want to thank him for not taking my advice to do what I asked him to do with the vehicle, because it wouldn't have been good either. But I just want to thank him for having the wit to think, to get away, and to be having not just the wit, but the skills, because it took some real, that type of driving, I've only ever seen that in movies. Only ever in movies I've seen that. So I want to thank the people who pray for me, who support me, who tell me, don't worry, one day that will be over, and just keep praying, and people who encourage me, people who know my struggle and who know what I've been going through. I just want to thank you for being there, and don't stop praying, because I think it's your prayers that have me alive. So I just want to say thank you to those who are there with me, who know my struggle.